So, let's discuss Walking Dead. Okay. Last night's episode has stirred up all kinds of shit. Which is a good thing. I love it. It makes people think, turns your brain on instead of just turning it off and looking the other way into all the other senseless, fucking mindless dribble that's all over television these days. I didn't have cable TV for 9 years, and got it back this year, and I have to say I hate it. I think it's garbage. I used to watch my Walking Dead through Voodoo apps, and while it's very impatient, as anybody who really knows me knows how I am, I'm very fucking impatient. I almost wish that I had waited to watch The Walking Dead on Voodoo apps. The commercials really almost ruined it for me. Those first 3, it took 1, 2, and then 3 by the third time they came back from the break for what to happen, okay? So, like I said, if you don't know what happened at this point, turn this video off. My opinions have been scattered all over through a few posts, and yes, this is another post about Walking Dead, so you know what? I'll suck my dick. I'm sorry if you don't like it. So I've already seen that we've got, they're coming down on them for what they've put out there on cable TV. And okay, let's get real. Okay, yeah, it was very brutal. It was very brutal. But my cigarette was going out. The majority of us can separate that, what we saw is just make-believe. It's just makeup. This is a story being told, You should not be letting your kids watch this. Your kids should not be watching The Walking Dead if they are not mature enough to accept and realize that this is just a TV show and makeup. I, on the other hand, have been watching horror since I was little. This was my first horror film. Right here, I remember sneaking down the hallway and peeking and watching Night of the Living Dead when I was only 5 years old, and I was told not to, but that was, I loved it. I get a kick out of it, and back then it wasn't the same back then, it was something magical about it, and to be able to see the special features type things and how the special effects were done and everything. People take that for granted now. That's just a special edition or an extra that people just usually don't even watch now on their DVD. And last night on The Talking Dead, they made sure to show, and this was smart, I know they did it on purpose, they made sure to show Glenn getting his makeup done basically and making light of the situation. I don't know if anyone saw that. To cut into that, and they showed Abe, a little clip of them getting their makeup done. It's just a television show. Okay. Now, when I was a kid too, over 20 years ago now, Mortal Kombat had just came out, and that was a big thing in the video games where they were pulling people's heads off and ripping their hearts out and whatnot. That was a big stink, and a lot of people forgot about that, And Mortal Kombat's still a big thing, but nobody really bats an eye at it now, Okay, so let's talk about Glenn really quick. I don't want to go on too much. This video's already about 4 minutes. That is an iconic death from the comic book, The Walking Dead, issue 100. Okay. The scene itself, Glenn, it's just the same. It's just the same. I'm a little pissed that it was shared. That should be Glenn. Stephen Yeun, the actor who plays him in Talking Dead, stated that that's his death. He wanted it. And remember, these people on Walking Dead, these characters, not all of them are gonna make it. This isn't a happy holding each other's hands, skipping down the fucking yellow brick road story. This is the apocalypse. This is, this is a drama, a very bleak outlook on life drama that they're trying to make it through, okay? And Glenn, he wanted that iconic comic book death. They all get their own deaths. Abe was supposed to die the way Denise had died, with the arrow. And to me, it was a little stolen from him in this episode. If anything, he should have got the bat first, because we all know that Daryl gets up and slugs Negan, and as a result of that, because Daryl did that, it is Daryl's fault. Negan takes a baseball bat to Glenn's head, and that is not the way it goes down in the comic book. Okay? It's Glenn who's selected, one and only, but the result was pretty spot on. You see, the eyeball bulge. So, you see there. The line he says in the comic, though, is Maggie. He does utter the words Maggie, but in the show it was I'll find you. And that is more towards a spiritual connection. I'm sure I know what they're going to do. They're going to bring Stephen Yeun back, the actor, as probably a flashback or a ghost or something to that effect. I had actually read something about that today. So I don't think that's the last we'll see of Glenn. I'm sure it ripped a lot of people's hearts out. I mean, it's sad. I mean, but come on. What about Herschel and the prison and the governor and all of that stuff? This isn't new. This isn't what the fuck, people. Speaking of fuck, my favorite word. Fuck is essential to this character. If they're able to bash people's heads in on television, why can't they say fuck? Negan's character, he's a very lively, colorful character. If you haven't noticed already, the way he speaks. And like I said, if he can bash people's heads in, why is he not allowed to... I simply cannot fucking decide. Yeah, this is... That was a line in the show, but it was I simply cannot decide. Fuck is just like his Lucille. It goes hand in hand with Negan. He has to be able to say fuck. And people are saying, well, no, it's just the word. To me, I hope that in the DVD release, there's other cuts and he says fuck all the live long day, because I'll fucking love it. Now, for everyone hating Negan and saying that, oh, Rick and them are gonna get him, they're gonna get him. No, they're not. Sorry, guys. Unless they drastically change the storyline, Negan is here to stay. Negan is essential. Get over it. Get over it. I want you to understand something from the show's point of view, that Rick and his people, they went and they killed a lot of Negan's people. But see, did you even comprehend that? Or that was okay because Rick and them are your favorite characters, right? That's okay. They went on a fucking killing spree like Carol, Mm-mm. Just because Negan killed your favorite character, you seem to forgot all about that, didn't you? Negan now needs these people to work for him, or he would have fucking killed them all. Okay? Negan is essential. I'm not going to spill all the beans here, but with Alpha, Beta, the Whisperers, the Whisperer War, there's all kinds of things coming. It's going to get interesting, okay? Just take my word for it, okay? You're going to love him, you're going to hate him. You really hate him right now, but I thought it was great. So, and he did. He's very effective. Don't you love a great villain? It's all over the internet. People are going crazy for it. So I think it's a hoot. I love it. I'm trying to think if I covered everything I wanted to talk about. I wanted to make this video instead of trying to do these posts. It'll probably be the last thing I talk about on Walking Dead unless something really important comes up. They were, like I said, trying to say they went too far. If anyone follows Game of Thrones, the fucking Red Wedding, man, that was a knife in the gut. Jesus Christ, that one was bloody as hell and really depressing and sad to watch, but that's part of the story. The violence and the sorrow that you felt is essential. If it makes you feel something, then it's effective. It's working. It's effective storytelling. Okay? Because so many people have bitched and complained that The Walking Dead is just the same old thing over and over again. And to me, it's not. I've really loved watching and following these characters. And you did too, obviously. You just didn't realize it because if you cared that much. You see, this is the reaction you've gotten. See? So, that being said, we've only just begun. We've got 15 more episodes to go in this season. But it's just getting started. They've already renewed season 8. What is going to happen, the stuff I want to see, is not even going to happen until like 8, 9 seasons deep. They've got to go through all this drama first, and I'm all about it. But I already know stuff, and I'm just like, let's get to that. 'Cause that's what I want. Because after it happened last night, I was like, okay, cool. I'm ready. It makes me wish that I had the patience to wait like a good month so I could watch 3 episodes deep into Voodoo. That's not gonna happen now that now I have cable. I'll be like sitting by the clock looking, is it 9 o'clock? I want to watch. I gotta see. Because it's all over the fucking internet. Like I said, it was spoiled for me though. People already said there's Abe and Glenn months ago. I was kind of hoping it would be different. That way it was a surprise. It is what it is. I knew it was going to be Glenn, though. I knew it. They could not take away that iconic comic book death. Alright, so we were going on about 12 minutes here. I don't want to drag this out anymore. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. Get that all out there. Let you know. Don't hate on Negan too much because it's weird. You may end up liking him in the end. We'll see. Let's just see if they can do something about being able to say fuck. So you all have a good fucking day. I am. You know what? I'm gonna go watch Walking Dead again.